What's going on? So heading to the data center because the network's down. It's doing the same thing today that it did yesterday. Around, 8:30, 9 o'clock, I noticed the network being kind of sluggish. So I pull up command prompt, start pinging 1.1.1.1, and pings are bad. Not awful, but bad. Like 200 to 400 millisecond. Bad. As the morning goes on, I notice it getting worse and worse. 200, 400, 600, 800, up until like packets are just flat out dropping. Pings are turning into, instead of milliseconds, into like full-on seconds. All kinds of, it's just going downhill right before my very eyes. Until finally, the network just drops. The backbone connection just flat out stops being connected altogether, completely drops, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I was just about to go to the data center yesterday when all of a sudden, connection's back up. I'm like, okay. I open the command prompt window and the ping is still going down to its normal 6 to 12 milliseconds. Okay. Kind of investigated a little bit yesterday as best I could, tried to figure out, what may be the issue, but really couldn't put my finger on anything other than noise. I mean, that's kind of the only thing that would make sense. But it went away, so I was like, all right, well, hope it doesn't happen again, and nothing I can really do about it right now, so all right, whatever. Well, today, as soon as I woke up, I started the ping. And as soon as I woke up, the ping was already starting to kind of suck. It was in like the high double digits, into, some of them would be like 200. I'm like, son of a bitch. All right, here we go. And I watched throughout the morning. It would get worse and worse and worse, just like yesterday. Exactly the same thing as yesterday, all over again. So now I'm heading to the data center because I can't even get into the radio on the data center anymore. The connection, when I left, it was up, but it was basically useless. I did some pinging around too, and I found that I could ping the sector radio perfectly fine. Like 1-2 millisecond ping, no problem. I could ping the backbone radio on the tower. Same thing. 1, 2, 3 millisecond ping, no problem. I could ping the radio on the data center at one point, and it seemed fine too. I could ping the gateway, and it seemed fine. But as soon as I tried to ping out, it was garbage. I'm like, well, what the hell is up with that? So I tried to get into the radio on the data center and couldn't. So even though it was responding to pings, it just wouldn't, I couldn't get to it. It was almost like it was replying to pings and nothing else. And then before I left, I couldn't get into it at all. Like it would load kind of for a while, and then now I was like, all right, no, time to go. So I have to go get on the network there and get into the radio that way, because I gotta try to change channel. I'm gonna move the actual channel itself a little bit and see if maybe that changes anything, because when it comes to noise, as far as I know, there ain't really a whole lot you can do about it. You go around it, that's it. But the strange thing is that if I open up AirView, I don't see anything out of the ordinary. So we're gonna go see what the hell's going on. These kind of problems are pretty hard to fix sometimes, so yay fun. So I'm here at the data center, log into the radio, which is still not connected, and pull up AirView, hoping to see some crazy noise, and I don't really see anything. There's a little bit of noise, but nothing amazing. I'm at 5825, and there's some noise right there, but I mean, it's nothing. I wouldn't think that'd be all that big of a deal. I mean, it's a little. But the thing is like completely down. It's completely disconnected, and I have no idea why. And I can't even change the channel on it, because then I'd have to go all the way down, back down to the tower and change the one there. I kind of have to just wait for it to reconnect, which if it's anything like yesterday, here in about 15-20 minutes, it'll act like nothing happened. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. And just like that, right on cue, everything's back up again. Working like it should, like nothing even happened. I even VNC'd into my desktop at home and pinged 1.1.1.1 from there, and I'm seeing the exact pings I should. 10 to 20 millisecond, give or take, somewhere around there. Perfectly normal, everything's good. What that tells me is that there's something firing up around this time of day, in between the link somewhere, that is completely murdering my shit. And whatever it is ends at about 10:20 a.m. Now, what that is, no idea. What I can do about it, no idea. I'm actually gonna change channel on the radios, move it down a little bit, just because maybe that'll be enough to avoid the issue, but I have no idea. Nothing's showing up in AirView. Everything looks nice and clean in the UI. See, it's actually a pretty damn clean shot. It'd be awesome if my Fresnel wasn't half blocked, but that's what's killing the speed. Noise-wise, it's actually pretty damn good. Until you go down there, but those are my sectors. So I know what those are. But up here, it's actually pretty clean. The same exact thing happened yesterday, though. I noticed it was kind of sluggish, so I ran some pings and was like, that's weird, 200s-ish. That's kind of strange. Then it got worse, you know, 300, 400-ish. Then it got way worse, like we're talking seconds. Then packets started dropping. Then a lot of packets started dropping. Then it completely dropped altogether. And then, just like today, all of a sudden, poof, like nothing even happened. So, yeah. I'm gonna move it down to here, just to try. I mean, always use test changes, by the way. It's not 100% perfect, but it's it can be a lifesaver. We're gonna give that a shot, and hopefully that'll, I mean, really all you can do is just hope. On that channel, everything looks pretty much the same as it did. Looking good. So you go up here and hit apply. Plonk. Like that. And then that'll save them, but everything looks pretty much the same as it did. I just bumped it down a little bit in the hopes that this won't happen again. There's a little bit more noise on this little chunk of the spectrum, so I mean, it's not as good as the other spot I was using, but I gotta try to do something to mitigate this shit that's been going on yesterday and today, because this is awful. I have one subscriber that insists on calling me and telling me about how she's missing her voice chat or her web training thing or whatever, and it's like, I know. I know. I work from home too. I tell people all the time, I'm on the network. This isn't like calling Cox. You know, they don't know or care if you're out. I know. I'm on the network too. Yet people still insist on messaging me like, hey, the network's slow or the network's down. It's like, yeah, I know. I'm on it too. It's incredibly frustrating. But I let her know that it's back up now, so she can get back to doing whatever she was doing. It sucks, you know, I hate when it goes down. And we were up for about a year and really didn't go down like at all. We had a couple little things after that, you know, nothing major, like the router blowing up and that kind of stuff. But man, ever since I put the stuff on the new tower, oh my God, it has been not good. The capacity sucks, the shot sucks. It's been going down now for a couple days. It just sucks. The idea behind the tower was that at least it wouldn't be worse. If it wasn't any better, I was like, okay, fine, I can deal with that. I just didn't think it would be worse. And so far it's been worse. So I definitely need to work on the second shot. Spoiler alert, I got a second shot up, or John did for me rather. But let me log into that radio real quick and I will show you what's going on and why. Well, the other shot's down right now because I think John's working on the other side of it. But this is it, one half of it at least. As you can see, it is quite noisy. That's why we have to do, focus please, focus. There we go. As you can see, we can only do 20 megahertz just because of how noisy it is. Anything more than that, and the shot just doesn't work at all. Like down here, no, not even an option. Let me show you. As you see, DFS, I was using this right here, and it worked actually pretty damn well. I had it up to 40 or 50 megahertz, and it was doing pretty good. Then I got DFS lockout. So yeah, definitely got to stay out of DFS. Apparently one of these radios points directly at a bunch of DFS stuff. So yeah, that's not an option. And this is not an option. And down here, there's not much option, but it is, well, when he's not working on the radio, at least, it is working. It is up and running. This is going to be my second shot that I'm going to use to, I'm going to lag them together, my shot and this, link aggregation. That'll give me more speed and some redundancy. If one of the links goes down, theoretically, the whole thing shouldn't die because it's running off two separate links. But right now, yeah, that's still in the works, and I'm having to deal with the issues on my link. So that's fun. Yeah, mine's still up and still doing its thing. So it's crazy too, because like the DC, the radio here, it bounces around all over the place. I even saw it go up all the way to like 60. Oh yeah, there you go. All the way up to 60. And then it'll bounce back down. I don't know what's up with that. It's all over the place. The one on the tower is pretty steady. It kind of just hangs out right there. But the one down here, it's all over. I tried re-aiming the one here, and it really didn't seem to make any difference. So I don't know if it's noise, or maybe that's just the Fresnel screwing with this side. I don't know. I'm not real sure. But it's nice and steady when it's working the way it's supposed to, at least. This side kind of bounces around. Well, that's not good. But that's the upload. I'm not terribly worried about that. As you can see, utilization's super low. And as long as it's up around 40 or whatever it is, 30? Yeah, 30. As long as it's up there, it's fine. It's when it drops down to, like, whatever that is, 19 or something. That's when it gets kind of not good. This is fine. I can live with that. That's okay. Over here is what matters, though, because as you can see, people use a lot more download, obviously. So I'm an idiot. This time, I know why my link went down, because my link just went down again. It's because the second link on the tower, I switched the channel and oops, I put it right in the middle of my backbone shot, channel-wise. So it just took down my damn backbone link. Damn it. Interestingly, I just took down my main backbone link with the second backbone link. I accidentally changed the channel into the middle of the other one, and the secondary backbone link is working. People are able to use it and stuff from what we see. Looks like it's working okay for now, so that should hold them over, even though capacity is horrible on it right now. But I noticed something interesting. I know that that link is taken down, and I know why. It's because another link is right dead center in the middle of it, and it killed it. So I thought, I logged into the radio on top of the data center here and ran AirView, because, you know, if it's noise, you should be able to see it, right? Nope, not really. It's just same old, same old. AirView doesn't show everything, apparently. All right, so what happened was the main backbone connection to the data center from the tower came back up. 10, 20 or so, just like it did yesterday. Everyone was happy, hunky-dory. I was like, okay, cool. So time to move on and start tweaking my second link. We've been trying to dial it in and get it, you know, like really good. And it's been interesting because it's a really, really noisy area. So the master radio for that link is on the tower. The master radio for the data center link is on the data center. I should probably switch that around so they're both on the freaking tower, but kind of doesn't matter. If you lose a link, you lose a link. But anyway, I was in the master radio on the tower from the data center, changed the channel, and went, oops, I just killed both links. Well, not both links. I killed my main link and couldn't get into that radio anymore. That link is up. John said that he can see it. He said it's up and it's pulling data, and some people even have internet access right now. Others don't. Why some do and some don't, I don't really know, but the data center link didn't come back up. That shot, changing the channel right into the middle of the other shot, yeah. And interestingly enough, it doesn't show up on AirView or anything else. You don't notice any noise. The link just doesn't work. What I'm thinking has been happening the past couple days is that radio, the second link radio, has been screwing up the first link, even though they weren't on exactly the same channel. Maybe in the morning they scan or something, I don't know. Long story short, I killed one link with the other link on accident. Oops. Now I have to go down to the tower and change some stuff around. So that's where I'm heading. I'll start this back up when I get down there and kind of explain what I'm doing. Yay, fun. All right, so back out here at the good old tower. Gotta show you guys it hasn't freaking fallen down yet. Yep, see? Look at that. Looks so good. But you can see I have my sectors and stuff over here. I got my ultra horn right there, and then there's another dish right there. That is a RF Elements Ultra dish, because RF Elements is the best. But on that is another AF5X HD. It is shooting that way while the other link is shooting that way. That way is the data center, and it's a lot cleaner shot. There's a lot less noise, but Fresnel is blocked, and that's why my connection sucks. Going to the other tower though is very noisy, but it's 100% Fresnel, so it's a super strong link. It's just got a lot of noise. That's why we're trying to tweak them and get them set up so they can, you know, get the most out of them without overlapping and taking down the network. I changed some channels around. Everyone should be back up and happy now. What a freaking pain in the ass. I'm gonna go home and do some more tweaking and stuff. I got some more tuning and channel changes I need to do, but I'm definitely gonna not do that again. I'm gonna be a little more careful as to what channel I change to, because yeah, that's how you bring networks down. But this also makes me think that that radio is what was causing the issue the past couple days. Why all of a sudden? I don't know. It's been up there for probably a week or two now and hasn't caused an issue since, or until yesterday rather. All of a sudden, I don't know. Something changed on it. I don't know. It's been causing major problems yesterday and today. Hopefully now that the channels are all moved around and everything is you know, in its own little space. Maybe there was a little bit of overlap before. I'm not real sure. Hopefully now we're good. This is how it goes in the WISP world, I guess. You know, you got frequencies and overlap and everything else, and weird things happen, and it's really hard to diagnose sometimes. Hopefully we solve the issue. For now, like, share, sub, all that happy nonsense. Later.